Warning! The following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Geoguessr. We're doing a European Union more diverse distribution, map by Simi, and we have Gen 2 coverage with yellow license plates. I think they're yellow in both the front and the back, which gives us, like, plenty of options, sadly. Luxembourg is one of them. I think the Gen 2 really stands out for Luxembourg. That kind of looks French to me. The other option would have been the Netherlands, and I think Denmark. So let's see if we can't see more. Yeah, that's the Pirate Cafe in what appears to be French. So I believe we're in Luxembourg. We do have names like Schifflange and Mother Carnge. A4 and A13. If we go on over to good old Luxembourg, here's A4 and here's A13. So if we follow that down, kind of over here. Now, here's Schifflange. That is 2 kilometers on 170A. Here's 170. Here's 169. And here's 170A. And then Man der Kange, which is over here on 106, it's 3 kilometers. So here's the 106, here's that. I don't think we're literally right where we think we are. Return to start. Let's see if we can't find street signs. We have Lalande and Dupont. We're on Lalande, crossroad is Dupont. So, in this general area, did that say Dupont? That's at Portland. A little different. Just a little. Can we find these 2 roads? Probably not. Here's Cologne. Here's Hubert Clement. Here's Liege. Colleen. And then, I mean, we have to be kind of in this general area, right? Could be over here, I suppose. Fandel. The industrial zone. I mean, we're going to be like at least 2 kilometers away from this if we don't find the actual road name. We all know how great I am at finding that. Avenue of the Resistance, Du Moulin. It just doesn't fucking exist. Canal. Tiers Dupont, okay. But is that the same thing? Because it looks like it's just this. And I don't see Lalande anywhere. And it looks like it says Pierre Dupont. If I had to say, it would probably be this one, not Fleurs. And actually, no, it ends up being in Lalande. We did not get the right street. This ends up being Lalande, and then here's the different Pierre Dupont. So, same road, different spots. Technically different towns as well. And that does end up being 4 that we did cross through. But it looks like all the signs were on 106 itself. Not terrible, not great. Could have definitely been better. Sweden based on the road. Let's see, what can we find in good old Sweden? Now, it is a European Union, so I guess it does help knowing which countries are and are not a part of the EU. And we all know good old Norway wanted nothing to do with it, which gives us the good old dick image. We do have town names Nimzel and Rane, which all of these I'm going to say are probably too small to be able to find on a map. Right? 4 kilometers, 12 kilometers, 11 kilometers. Can we find them on a map? Probably. Do we have the time to find them on the map? Maybe. I feel like heading towards the town might be better. But I want to go towards one of these bigger towns. Bigger towns usually mean bigger roads, right? So this could be an A road, an E road, whatever kind of style they use over in Sweden. We have plenty of trees, so I don't think we're too far north, but we always underestimate how far north we can be. We do have some mountains in the distance. I don't really see any big bodies of water. This looks like it's like a river. Not so much as a lake, and we all know how great all of the Nordic countries are when it comes to that. We have Berge and Angerstrask. And we also have Nimzel. It might... I don't think we're going to find anything if we look. Right? If we look for those town names, we're going to spend the remaining minute and a half looking for probably stuff we won't see. If we knew the general region we were supposed to be looking at, maybe, right? But we would have to search the entire country to be able to figure out exactly where we are. And that's a problem. It's kind of like Antarctica. And I know I've bitched about Antarctica before. But Antarctica on the bottom is all one place, right? This bottom line is technically the North Pole. Because it's a circle, it wraps, unless you believe in the flat Earth. But if you guess down here, and it ends up being over here, you're a few thousand kilometers off, according to Google. Well, according to Geoguessr. I feel like the same concept is here. Like, we may know where we are, but we don't know where to guess kind of aspect. We know we're in Sweden. We don't know where to guess. Kind of like how we know we're at the South Pole, but we don't know which point on that fucking line it's going to be. Same concept. You guys are probably confused, and you're probably just going to be, Maff, what the fuck are you talking about? You know what? I don't fucking know. It's gone. It's all gone. We're in Sweden. We didn't find shit. We didn't find fucking road numbers. We didn't find road names. We didn't even make it to the fucking town that was 11 kilometers away. I don't even know if we could travel that far in 3 minutes. Apparently, if we try and wish, maybe. But we're out of time, so we're just gonna... Ew, shit. Ends up being way further north than I would have probably guessed. This is probably the line I would have stopped at. It does end up being a town called Orbyn. A-R-B-Y-N. If we would have gone south, we would have found a T intersection, and we would have been able to find a different town. We almost made it to Niemzel. Would we? Yeah. We would have been able to see Rania from a distance. That would have been something we would have been able to see. But again, I don't think I would have looked that far north, so not really too helpful. This is nice. We're getting some nice dark views. That's .fr as far as I can tell. So somewhere in France on a river, an old-timey, and then Hotel de France. Yeah, no, this is France. Obviously. Can't get too fucked up with that. We do have distances. Salines. Again, I love how we're able to figure out with almost 100% certainty the town or city we're in almost every time. But that's it. Obviously, the D roads are not going to be too helpful. What do? Look for Salines at this point and hope that we can go the right direction? It looks like it's not showing up from the distance we're at, even though it's marked at 38 kilometers, which I would put as a pretty decent-sized city. Never heard of it, but I've never heard of 99% of French towns. I don't see any saints anywhere, so that's actually pretty interesting, because I think almost every time we've been in France, we've seen a saint whatever. This sucks, man. We do have a river, which is why I'm kind of looking near the rivers. But again, it's just nothing showing up. Why is that always the fucking problem? I don't get it. Cities suck. We don't need this many cities, alright? Just bomb them all and give us 4 major cities that people live in. Fuck it. We don't need all these thousands of fucking random cities that exist in the middle of fucking nowhere. Obviously, we spent, I don't know, almost 2 minutes looking for towns that apparently don't fucking exist. So we would have been better off looking for a different sign. We're in Saint Denis, and I think we actually have seen Saint Denis before, and that's how they just pronounce it in, what is that? Red Dead Redemption. Do I remember where it is? Fuck no. Are we gonna find it? Probably not. Have we made fun of the name before? Yeah. Why do I feel like it's gonna be to the south? For some reason, I feel like it's gonna be to the south. Maybe we'll buy orange. There's no way I'm gonna memorize every fucking town in every fucking city. We can try and find a phone number, as we did kind of learn French phone numbers. But it might be too late. It's definitely too late. We're fucked. Where the fuck was Saint Denis? You know what? I don't care about French towns. They could all go suck my dick. None of it's gonna be helpful for us anyway. Where was it? Ends up being to the north. I don't even see Saint Denis anywhere located here. 2 thumbs up for a random town that doesn't fucking matter. And we zoom in, we were in a town called Ornas by Le Château, which I'm thinking there's like 1,000 of these. So that doesn't matter either. Tourist does get a better guess off, which is always a good sign. Over by Dijon. If we would have seen a phone number, it should have been... What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? So it would have been like a 2 or a 5 at that point. We do have language, and I believe that's Hungarian. Does Hungary have Gen 4 coverage? I'm actually not too sure about that. Gen 4, relatively new. Obviously, that's the stuff that everyone's been using. .eu, which doesn't help us. As that's just the European Union. There's the .hu for Hungary on the porta potty. Somewhere in good old Hungary. Now we struggle for what? 2 minutes and 27 seconds about where in Hungary we are. I don't know which part of Hungary has the Gen 4 versus Gen 3. And as you can see, we are currently in Gen 3 winter coverage, which is very common in Bulgaria. So we might be close to a Bulgarian border, perhaps? Well, that doesn't even border Bulgaria. So maybe Romania? I don't fucking know. Europe is Europe. It doesn't fucking matter sometimes. Right? Look at the fucking state of the world. The United States doesn't matter right now. But yeah, this is actually a nice Gen 4. It's good. It's definitely good. Can we figure out what town we're in? Probably not. If we see something that says like Dad, we could always make the joke that we actually know where Dad is. But that's it. I don't think I know too much of anything when it comes to Hungary. We don't have anything that says Budapest on the street sign. Obviously that means we're not near Budapest or in one of the surrounding districts of Budapest. We have a crane, we have construction, so they're obviously building. It's got to be a large enough town because it feels pretty decently sized. But I got nothing, man. That actually says Budapest. Budapest to our east? Which is a bike path to Budapest. How far would somebody travel by bike to Budapest? I could see people maybe traveling 10 to 15 kilometers, 20 if you're really pushing it. But I don't see people traveling much further than that. We do have the center of the city. We do have M1 and M7, which here's M1. I don't actually know where M7 is, but that might be able to put us in the right area. As we kind of look around and see nothing. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Which means it could be a different road. 811 maybe? Doesn't look like it. Let's go to Bixby for no fucking reason. Here's M7, so actually we're probably down in Toro Kobaling Kink or something, because here's the M1, M7. Could be in Buda Wars, which is a lot closer to Budapest. It's just outside the districts. So that could work. And it does end up being Buda Wars off of Kossuth Lajos U, which I believe is street. Taurus does get a better guess, though. But we did find M7, and that did help with that guess. Always a good sign, I guess, but there's no way we're going to walk away winning this one. Right-hand side, we still have those, like, kind of reminding Swedish road markings, but there's no way this is Sweden. We do have accept circulation locale, which I don't fucking know. Looks kind of French again, which could be Belgium, perhaps. So I don't think this is... Yeah, because then we have the red on the license plates. Unless that's just a visual bug. Vesti Boutique. I think it could be just a visual bug. Because that's also French, which would make sense if we went with Belgium. That's definitely red on that license plate. Like, it has to be. So this would be Belgium. North 68. Well, N68, wherever the fuck that is. Here's N 25, 57, 90, 97, 96, 63, 89, 66, 68. Stravilot. Can we find that? It doesn't look like it. Trois Ponts. Again, not really seeing too much off of 68, even though it does go this way. Here's Trois Ponts. So that's 13 kilometers away. Grand Halix, which is either this way or this way. Don't quite see it, but here's Stravelot, so we do have to be south. So, somewhere down here is a Grand Halioux, which might now be, yeah, here it is, Petit Halioux. So, that then also goes to East 25. This should be 68 right here. That is North 822. So if we could find the 822 connection, which we just fucking did, we now know where we are. When we return to start, we are down on 822 after the rail crossing, which I believe is this right here. Next to nothing really visible. We should be around here. As we go up the street, no, those are some houses. I don't... It could be after. Those could be the driveways that we were seeing. We don't have any road markings, sadly. That is... news? Not marked. Not the road, not the road. That's the road. So we're actually further back this way. Because it says Renault and there's the Renault. So, closer to the water. Or where we originally had our guess. Almost getting a perfect score, but it's not quite enough. And Taurus also getting a pretty decent score in. Man, we are, like, good at recognizing countries, and that's fucking it. A lot in the France-Belgium area, with obviously Luxembourg in the middle. One in Hungary, and then one in pretty far north Sweden. But Sweden can sometimes go suck my dick. Taurus is in first place at 24,784. I don't know if we would have ever found a reason to guess North Sweden there. I gotta fucking remember that, like, over here is kind of like over here, even though they are completely different. Bo is in second at 23,838, also getting a pretty good Sweden guess. 59. Kind of guessing where I did with Sweden, and as you can see, it wasn't exactly the greatest thing in the world. And then, obviously, the Sweden guess being the worst one we had, with the France one actually not being too far behind it. So, overall, terrible. Could have been better. Still better than the average score, but not much you can do about it. But that is going to be where we call it for the day, so thank you all so much for being here. I do hope you all enjoyed, and we will be back on Monday for, I think we're starting with Scribble.io, because you guys are fucking crazy. But until then, guys, enjoy the rest of your day, and bye-bye.